Seeing Semana Santa in Spain was such a unique experience. You'll see religious processions all through the streets with hooded brotherhoods, large floats and marching bands. Although these processions happen all throughout Spain, Andalucía is one of the best regions to experience Semana Santa. We chose to see Semana Santa in Cadiz, and it was an experience we will remember forever. Find out why we think Cadiz is one of the best places to experience Semana Santa and things to know before you go.
Welcome back to our South of Spain series. In our previous episode we did our travel guide to Cadiz, so check that one out if you're heading there. Now we'll share our experience of Semana Santa.
Semana Santa, otherwise known as Holy Week, is a religious tradition that has been taking place in Spain since the 16th century. The Catholic Church wanted to share the story of the Passion of Christ with non-religious people and decided to do so with processions on the streets sharing the story. These processions have robed brotherhoods wearing pointed hoods, elaborate floats, large wooden crosses, marching bands and candles. Something that I found incredible is that some of these floats are centuries old. Semana Santa takes place the week immediately before Easter. The first day is Palm Sunday, a week before Easter Sunday, and it ends on Easter Sunday.
So why did we choose Cadiz? We wanted to experience Holy Week where we thought we could easily see processions rather than fighting crowds of people, which we thought might be the case in Seville. After looking into it and having already planned on visiting Cadiz, we decided to see what it was like there. Semana Santa in Cadiz was everything we wanted and more.
It was easy to see and find many of the processions, even if some were crowded. Some processions we made a point of going to, and some just found us as we explored Cadiz. The processions themselves are very impressive. To be completely honest, at first they can actually be a little confronting. Seeing, or rather not seeing, the people march through the streets completely covered in hooded costumes with the exception of their eyes is a little unnerving. But it's almost this ability to instantly make you feel something that makes Semana Santa an unforgettable experience. But the experience is so much more than seeing the hooded brotherhoods walking through the streets. It's the sights, the sounds, the smells. I personally felt so lucky to hear the incredibly talented marching bands humming through the streets. This felt like a show in itself. The smell of incense wafting through the air, the floats and big wooden crosses that they carry are unlike anything I've ever seen. Seeing all of the legs underneath the floats was also quite special, wondering who was under there, what were they thinking, and how heavy the weight was. I'll never forget one particular procession that we stumbled on in the middle of the day. Bare feet with chains journeying through the streets of Cadiz. I remember wondering how must their feet feel. And I guess that is also why the procession started in the first place, to make people understand or feel just by watching. Daytime processions were incredible to see, and nighttime brings a whole nother level. The mystery turned up as the sun goes down. Candles flickering through the streets, even less visibility, and the festive night sky make Semana Santa at night something to remember. So you might be wondering how to find the processions in Cadiz. We actually didn't do too much research before arriving. We simply picked up the little booklets and pamphlets they had at many of the places throughout Cadiz, like restaurants and sites. This was really all we needed. It had all the processions listed with the name of the church or brotherhood for each procession, the route and the time. Most processions start and finish at the church that is doing the procession. But one thing we loved about experiencing Semana Santa in Cadiz is how we also managed to just stumble across a few processions as we were exploring some days. I feel like this is one of the reasons why Cadiz is one of the best places to see Semana Santa in Andalusia. The size of Cadiz Old Town, combined with the number of processions and how incredible they were, made it so easy to really have a great experience. Definitely stay in Cadiz Old Town during Semana Santa. This is where you will see many processions and feel the atmosphere. We happened to book an Airbnb that had a balcony onto 2 streets some of the processions took place on, which was such a nice surprise as we had no idea. Take a look at our Where to Stay in Cadiz article linked below for all the best places to stay. Here are a few quick tips to help you plan your time in Cadiz during Semana Santa. Firstly, make sure to pick up one of the little guides that you'll see all over town when you get there that shows all the procession details that you'll need. Make sure to stay in the Old Town for ease and atmosphere, and make sure to also book your accommodation well in advance. So when we were there, most restaurants were open, but we can't speak for the official public holidays in Cadiz as we weren't there then, but we were still in Spain on these public holidays and always found an open restaurant. Also try and catch a few days in Cadiz before or after Semana Santa to see it in its natural state. Take a look at our Cadiz travel guide linked here for more. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful if you're planning to visit Cadiz during Semana Santa. If you would like any further details, take a look at our blog post on AlmostLanding.com, which we will link below.
Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in our next video, which will be the best places to visit in the south of Spain without a car. See you then.